I got to say, that was one thing you did well.
Thank you
Currently,
very much.
he's sat at a 0.35 difference between him and second place. Second and third have a 0.03 difference in rating. So there is a huge margin between how he's been performing and everyone else at the event. This round, we see Cloud9 taking this ramp control, being given a good bit of room early on. But now held back by the smoke. They're just going to wait for that to fade.
I love that right-click smoke. It's really just set the timings off. They allow Cloud9 to take ramp, but that util is wasted from the T side. It's a CT's forcing fights with a flash. They take back ramp, but it doesn't go as well as they wanted. 4-on-2, locked out are the outsiders as Cloud9 get that plant.
The outsiders don't really have a way back into this, right? Nafany's boxed into this little corner. Sure, maybe he could have, presented a chance at a 1v1, but you're not going to make it in. Cloud9, look, they know he's there. That's the worst thing. They can see his little shoulder bag.
Well, out he goes, and the CTs at this stage might just have to save the little they have. Falling back, and we've got Kevlar on Fame, and that's about it. Flip might as well look for an exit kill here if possible. Doesn't have the Kevlar, and that's Cloud9 using that A ramp as you might expect on the pistol, running away with the trades, and 4-on-2 confirms there'll be no retake available. So Flit, like I said, doesn't really have much to save himself, but he will survive at least. Fame will have a chance to buy a helmet for a discounted price. That's about as good as it gets, though, in the save department. So Cloud9 very comfortable there. Just a note, Fame did get another kill on the last few seconds there. So will we see the force buy coming in from outsiders?
You would expect to. You would certainly expect to. But we'll have to wait and see. Already, Cloud9, enjoy these faster rounds while you're getting them on this T side, because you won't get the same ones outsiders or on the offensive. Not as consistently as well. Cloud9, they were rambunctious against G2 on the T side of this map, fielding 12 rounds, with the Shiro getting so many openers off the AW. Gonna move up ramp now. Flit's got that fam. That's two of them in play, but smoke is already down, and Cloud9 hesitate behind it. Wait for Hobbit to get up yellow. He's there in time, but he can't get the kill. Trade! Where's the trade?
Well, he hasn't fallen back just yet. Flit will tuck himself in towards the sandbags, and
they need him.
Man advantage for the outsiders here. Yeah, he's very low indeed. One nade would do it. What a great position.
They have the resources.
Yeah, they're gonna.
There we go. Molly.
No,
he gets out with another.
Why? Just nade it.
They'd already decided it was clear.
If you've mollied it and you're not going to check it, that's wild. But the CT's now running away with it. This force buy is looking very good indeed. Chiron double kill with the FAMAS. The only rifle they had coming into this one, and now Booster in a 4 versus 1. That's how they say it. Hobbit said on the couch, he said, Booster.
He was very firm.
Exactly, so I'm just respecting his wishes.
Took a few years, it took a major final, but eventually we got it right. Players, if you're listening, if we're saying your name's wrong, just tell us, we'll fix it. We'll try.
I will at least.
Yeah, the boost is loose though.
I'm happy to please.
Yeah, we saw that. Fix his cables right out.
That's one for Booster. Any more? 15 seconds. Time's not his friend, and neither are these 3 other friends. They're going to run at him and lock him out of the
That's why I'm here to learn from Harry. Yeah. That's the kind of skill I'm looking to pick up.
Let's talk about that round, because 2 FAMASes, both getting double kills. Chiron, okay, he just hit some shots on short. But this from Flit, fair enough, not like, okay, they didn't swing for the trade. The smoke is a bit of a one-way. You can die going through it. But then they molly, and they're still not ready for a swing. He's on 10 health, Henry.
It was a little bit clumsy overall. Yeah, it seemed like there just wasn't quite the level of synergy you might expect from Cloud9 there. The fact they've Molotov'd it, you would assume that someone would be checking it for the flush-out opportunity. But either way, we do have Cloud9 forcing in return. They'll be operating with the Tech 9s and P250s here. Bare bones utility, a few smokes, Molotovs, and waiting for opportunity. This time seeing if Hobbit could open things up towards middle. Flit's quite passive, holding towards the CT side. And the bomb's still down by the ladder, so expect a nice slow one here. The terrorists trying to bait out any initial utility. Every dollar counts, and if you can wait as long as possible with everyone up, you have a greatest chance of success when you finally commit towards one of the sides. Looks like we'll be finishing up towards A.
Yeah, Jame got the late Hampus ready to throw it upon contact. Out it goes. Cloud9 drop a Nafany in response.
Love to see that.
They'll trade out. They're going to go right through it as a result. They've got a bit more room to work with, but James spams a lot of damage.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
In his own smoke, runs back, but I think if he went forward, he might have lived. Yeah, bullets or nades, it's not an easy option either way. Cloud9 do get the ramp control, but it comes at a cost.
Yeah, they've mollied the sandbags.
Checked it this time.
Yeah, trying to learn from the mistakes of the past. But a man down and just these Tech9's Deagle on booster, trying to get back into this one.
Nice, I like that. We're adapting on the fly here.
Yeah. Molly over at short. That's kind of split this push up. That is a big fight for Hobbit to win. And why stop there? Oh, shot in the back.
Oh.
Flit was so tunnel visioned on these guys coming up the ramp. He never turns around. And so suddenly Hobbit has given Cloud9 a huge opportunity here.
Dude, those are some gnarly shots of the Tech9 as well. Not just spraying and praying. He just tapped out 3 players.
Yeah, ducking and weaving from the short position. They have the man advantage now and 2 M4s to boot. There is a smoke and a diffuse kit, a chance here for outsiders, but it's going to be very difficult indeed. Here comes the smoke and the attempt as they'll touch the bomb right now.
Yeah, tap on it, trying to bait a swing, trying to get some sort of fight to come their way. Buster with spam. But at this point, they should know that no one's on this bomb. This time, Kicker is sticking it, coming through the smoke.
Dear.
He gets stabbed by
Get
Booster.
out of there.
And they'll run out of this one. Cloud9, they've robbed that round away from the outsiders. And it's all Hobbit every step of the way.
I don't know how these rounds are going down right now. They're just the favorite isn't winning either of these rounds. 4 spies galore. Tech9's get it done. If outsiders stuck that bomb, they have a good chance to win that round.
I think they actually did. So he got stabbed, right? So I guess he gets...
at least the first time.
Yeah, okay. Well, either way, that's going to be a very frustrating one, especially this frag here. Like, as mentioned, he took the tunnel vision towards the A ramp and things get a little bit chaotic there. A bit hectic as Cloud9 pick it up, and now outsiders licking their wounds. They did save 2 weapons at least, one of which is the AK-47 in the hands of Fame. Still quite a wacky round. We've got MAC-10s, Famas' Deagles. We haven't got to the meat and potatoes just yet, but this is certainly the most exciting part of the map. And Hobbit looking to crack things open once again.
Haven't seen anything but A ramp walks in the 3 rounds of play, so outsiders won't be surprised by this goal. Some nades getting lobbed over. Could throw in an impromptu boost, but after a bit of spam, Cloud9 are keeping their eyes on it. Molly's come out. Oh, Kyron forced to commit. He had no choice, and Axel will win that gunfight. 5-on-4, outsiders lose a gun. Flip will try and regain that space.
Yeah, you know, in the same way that we talked about the tournament that Shiro's having, I think it's important to mention the one that Flit's having himself right now. He's attempting opening fights once in every 3 rounds of play, and has a 60% success rate in those fights. So, oh, nearly. It's like 55. So.
We'll give it to him.
But, you know, rounding up.
There it is.
There he is getting involved early. This has been his specialty all tournament long. Nafany knocked out of the round. Shiro moving up through short. Right now, no one's looking at this, and so Flit hung out to dry. Feels like he's died like that twice now. Shiro through the smoke even adds another to his list. And there's the final kill that really will decide the outcome of this round. James going to come and scooch over, probably to try and just grab a gun and get the hell out of there.
Classic Jame.
Yeah, no, he's going for it.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, he's going to take a wild risk.
Dude,
here. Big retake.
So he wouldn't even get the gun.
Don't save the Galil, Jame. Even he was like second guessing it. He looked at it and he was like, I don't want that.
Yeah, they were doing a bait and switch on boost, but I think it was Axel up middle who got a nice lurk timing through elevator, and then that I've lost my train
when the
of
flash
thought.
hits just right.
Yeah.
Pull that up one more time. Let's just like on a little overlay. Hang on a sec. Ah, they removed the AK.
I don't know, Jame not saving in round 5. We've already got scary consideration for this series if he's not getting away with guns.
Well, at least things start to calm down at this point. We will have a full eco coming up next. A chance to establish some finances on the Cloud9 side. And bear in mind, they're on the T side of Vertigo as well. This is a chance for them to pull ahead and then some. So I don't even expect a P250 from outsiders here. Conservative team, and should be spending literally nothing. And indeed, a couple of P250s, that's about it. And they'll be going for an A stack. Maybe just pushing down the ramp itself.
Yeah, perfect round for Cloud9 to vary it up, knowing there's limited risk in doing so.
Yeah, send the MAC-10 in first. Nafany, as the in-game leader, can feel the situation out. call for a fast rotation if required, and outsiders don't seem clear as to where they're finishing up with this stack as well. Moving around as a unit with the default weaponry.
Yeah, checking every nook and cranny. Nafani out into the A site, might have to call for that bomb to rotate back round, and it is in fact. He's already cleared out everything. This B stack will not be seen. Shiro's lurking mid, but to no avail. Outsiders eventually will get impatient. However, don't be surprised to see outsiders save nothing just to deny the extra bonus money for Cloud9 could be expected.
I don't want to say it, but maybe that's a chance we see it.
No, not the unicorns.
The unicorn round?
Not the
It'd be
Buster's-
quite early on in the
Booster's
tournament for it to
hanging
happen.
Who,
Booster's
sorry?
going to fall back.
Booster.
I mean, that's just an accent thing, isn't it? You know, it's like the Ziwu Zaiwu Buster Booster.
Ziwu, I say. So, I'm not sure.
You say
Twitch chat
Zero?
I
wise.
say Ziwu exclusively. yeah.
Twitch, Connor and Launders tried it for a good year. And at
I
least,
don't
you
really,
know,
just to be clear, I just think it's
Okay.
funny when I hear it. Ziwu,
see.
Well, it's not quite the fun of a unicorn round.
More of a horse, you know, the horn's been cut off.
Yeah.
Right alive.
a horse.
A horned round.
That's a...
That word always gets me.
Horns.
Horns.
How do I spell that?
Oh, it's so good. All right, well, now we have to get serious, boys. The ecos are over.
Yes.
We're going to get into the gun rounds
Business.
now. James got himself a Mac 10 on the CT side. That's going to be absolutely wild.
Money making.
Yeah.
It never
Ooh,
ends,
hang on
does
then.
You
it?
don't see that
wonder.
too often.
He might go for, you know, a little like early smoke, fast drop
We got
down
on Jame
crane.
Cam, see what he's
Nah.
up to.
I don't think
What's he cooking up?
Sometimes he like just dives off the crane,
Not here.
but not in this round.
Yeah. Oh, smoke.
He didn't
Gotta
really
get
have a
back.
spawn for it. They did do like the util down ramp. Hamper smoke even lobbed in as well. That just kind of makes getting up short that much harder. Now they have this util the one way for crane. Just consistently replenishing these smokes over at ramp, trying to make Cloud9's task of getting this control that much harder.
Seeing a variety of util getting used on the A site in recent times, or more so down the ramp. 3 main smokes the CT's throw. Oh,
Ooh.
Fame eats a nade and some spam as well to boot.
Yeah, well read.
He's going to get out of there, but at what cost?
Even though they don't know it, they've conditioned him now to suggest, we know you play in this spot. Better be careful if you want to play up close and flit. He'll be finding first blood at least.
It's good timing for the one-way as well. It's going to land top stairs as Cloud9 are walking up. If they want to go, they've got to go through it, and Kicker has taken Fame's place. Oh, a bit of a jump scare. I think they saw him there. Flashes, mollies, you name it. They've thrown it. 30 seconds, and Kicker doesn't know they've already made it to Tetris. Now he must consider this possibility, and boosted with the entry has left Jame to finish the job.
Oh, he's knocked out by Axile. Chiron still here, still floating around, but gonna need to offer up something big with Fame knocked out. Chiron also felled. It's just Flit left up in this one. And he's heading for the hills, looking to save this M4. A 1v3 that he's never destined to attempt. Cloud9, this is building up to be a nice T-side already.
Much.
Yeah, the money's going to be getting pretty out of control after this one. They'll get $3,500 per player on top of the reserves they already have. Flitz looking to save the M4. He's in towards T-spawn right now, but there it is. Showing face towards the A ramp, moving back into a B contact play after taking Fame down to about 5 points of health with the nade and spam combo. Stifling play. Outsiders couldn't trade out efficiently, and once again having to save one of the rifles. That's about it. No AWP this time.
Yeah, one of the worries is outsiders seem very reactive, not very proactive in the CT side. We haven't really seen many takes of any map control, be it B stairs, be it middle, be it really even fighting deep ramp, which is fine because you know Shiro's AWPing you, but even flash peaks have been lacking for outsiders. This is a map that's dominated by, on the CT side, playing very mobile and moving, constantly changing position and flashing your teammates into fights, and we haven't really seen much of that yet.
Well, we do have James AWP for the first time now. Not a Mac 10. He's gone against the grain and gone for the AWP.
Downgrade, some would say.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see what he can make of it. Holding towards the elevators for now. But we are just going to be probing, as usual, towards the A ramp. Trying to take vision away from the CTs, lose control of the sandbag position. And ideally towards short as well. Smoking the ramp and maybe going to be reacting to this with a flash over and trying to reclaim territory. It's a decent smoke to do so.
Just going to buy more time.
Kind of wish people in this round I got to see what Jame had done, right? Because you've had it up on your screen, Henry. Jame's been scoped up. He scoped in mid right at the start of the round, and then he walked all the way out of middle, scoped up over towards short here, right? That's nice for two reasons. One, you've heard the AWP sound cue in mid, so that's going to give you a bit of a false idea as to where this AWP is. And secondly, now that he's kind of, concealed this movement all the way over towards short, doesn't have to rescope in, they're not going to get that sound cue next time they fight him.
Find out the hard way, but they've been mollying short a lot, and yeah, there it is. It comes down again. It forces Jame to go backwards. He knows he'll get traded best case. Now they come running out of short. Chiron has a bit of cover, 2 kills. Jame helps out. There's a wallbang from the bottom of ramp. Flit is still standing, and right now it's only 2 men left on this T side.
Yeah, this smoke gonna fade, so Hobbit on a bit of a timer here, gets himself tucked in at the sandbags. Now with the swing, that's a hell of a shot from Hobbit, but he can't follow up. Jame delivers with this AWP, its debut appearance for the CT side, and with it, he's been able to lock Cloud9 out of the round.
Well, that is the end of it. 8 seconds on the clock, just up the booster to save the AWP, salvage any utility you can find on the ground, and the CTs will do exactly the same as well. Nice round from Jame there, playing towards short. Decent crossfires, good reactionary play, taking away vision and reclaiming territory towards that A ramp. So this was Chiron as well. The crossfire we spoke of, they handled it very well. Flit up there on the boost boxes as well, and we'll take a tactical timeout for Cloud9 here as they lead 5-2. In this first map of the best of 3, remember, whoever takes this series will be booking themselves a place in the quarterfinals. Quite a comfortable place to be.
Yeah, true. It's a very large, we'll say, playoff bracket. There's going to be a lot of teams there. Obviously, 4 teams making it from each group. So not just Triple LM down in the doldrums, but also some high heights to reach. And remember, 200K on the line for first place here in Pro League. That's not a bad payday. And Cloud9, I mean, they have to be considered a contender for that title, already being the team to break G2's match-winning streak, and not just doing it, but destroying them in the process. Getting the form we wanted.
What would you do with $200,000?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It's not the best answer, but kind of all right.
Not the best. What would you do, Harry? Give us an example of a good answer.
I'd buy 200,000 cans of Monster.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah,
that's very wise and informed, if you don't mind me saying.
It's a great answer, but you feel like they give you a bit more of a discount at that kind of quantity, right?
I don't know. Maybe we can work something out.
He doesn't want
there.
the discount.
No,
he wants to pay for it.
Yeah, I want to be balling.
He wants to be supporting the company.
Yeah. Right.
That truly would be a monster moment, Harry.
What would you do, Henry?
I mean, I was going to say something else, but now I kind of like your idea as well. I kind of want to do the same thing. Yeah, it's actually very...
So that'll be 400,000 monsters, please.
I'd send 200,000 posts with DHL, I think.
Oh, that's sick.
Posts.
Posts. You know, some are letters, some are packages. That's the word. Posts. But, you know, some of them are small.
Hi,
we call that
5 posts.
And that's exactly what Cloud9 are doing right now.
Posting rounds on the board.
First post. The post that hurts the most.
Whoa! What team kills. Smoke spam. Bomb drop. Low health. Flick goes in. And I'm losing my mind. But Shiro, he's not missing a beat in the moment. Jame with a missed shot. Oh dear. Little orb v orb battle now as Shiro looks for the angle. Gets back to default, doesn't have that bomb, it's right behind him. Molly to try and isolate Jame. He's getting wiggled, he's getting jiggled, and he's going to get glocked as Chiron's left in the clutch.
Ooh.
He can do this though, Harry.
Yeah, he's going crazy. He's run through the volley, Chiron!
Oh dear.
Love that. That's a kind of, those are the sort of like wild rounds you expect out of this guy, right? Not playing timid. As mentioned, he hasn't had a very good Pro League so far. He hasn't been feeling very happy with his performance, but that round there, he gives us what we would say is like the quintessential Chiron round. Runs through a Molotov in the 1v2.
Vintage.
Vintage as it gets.
Yeah.
Textbook Chiron. As we get into round number 9, turning up the heat as outsiders have a clean advantage in this one. You can see it's going to be Galil's, Tech9's, Mac 10s, and a fast play towards the A ramp. A rare miss from Jame there.
He does feel off. I don't know what it is. You know, you get that the same way that you watch someone play and you think they're just having a great day. You know, Shiro, Monacy, especially very clear on the orb. I don't know, dude. Jame, his aim feels a little strange right now to me. Maybe I'm really backseating.
Strange Jame.
Strange Jame. We'll see if he can recover. Chiron can't. He's full blind.
Yeah. That could come back to haunt them. Caught out of position. Galil striking first. Decent incendiary response towards short. Flit will be able to buy some space with that, but Jame needs to start hitting some shots now.
Flit is just that guy. Double through the smoke. Jame doesn't know about the sandbags guy. Oh dear. Oh dear. He's gotten himself out of the danger zone at least. And honestly, Flit's kind of already done all the heavy lifting of the round, right? Through this short smoke, found a double, got that third man that tried moving in just a little bit later. Cloud9 now just hoping for a bit of an overface. They don't know that Axal's in at sandbags, but they've just got that info, and with the CT swing, that shot sails past him. They know they've got him boxed in here. Shiro on short, lots of damage to Flit, but not the killing blow. Goes back in, nails it the second time around, but with only 20 seconds left, there's not a lot for him here. Is he going to try and run to B?
I respect
Shiro,
it.
you actually doing this?
Nah, he's saving.
He's
freaking him out on the save, you know. Make him paranoid. Ooh,
maybe I will.
Maybe I'll go for it.
You never know.
One day he might.
But not today. Round 9 will come to its logical conclusion, as Shiro will be sitting in the corner now. And that's going to be another one for outsiders. Flit through the smoke saves the day, a double kill. Found towards a short position. It was looking quite good for that. I would guess full investment from Cloud9, but overall pretty weak complexion of a round. But it all started here. The second kill was the one that sealed the deal for me.
Yep.
And that was after a 5-on-4 deficit. So well played to Flitz. They actually closed the scoreline down to 5-4 in favor of Cloud9 and presumably tied things up because there's not much to report here. Shiro not getting any cash after saving the AK. We'll have to use it to great effect now to justify the save. His money is now completely sabotaged, and that's the AWP. That is not great news.
We've already had a lot of highlights, though, so we've got some players standing tall. Hobbit's 3K.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Shiro's AK, and he's got more to say.
That will do.
2 kills. Why buy more guns?
So big as well that Flit and Chiron are the two guys you find. These guys love to be involved. They've been kind of like trying to harass this ramp play, right? They've been the guys right at the forefront of vying for this ramp control. And so with both of them locked out early, you know the amount of pressure that that's going to put on the outsiders here, right? Jame left over towards that A side of the map alone. Outsiders kind of calling a bit of a gamble here where James essentially saying, look, entrust the A-hold to me. You guys are going to go double up over towards this B side of the map. And while they will be getting this play come their way, Fame tucked in and Kicker winning that first fight. Cloud9, we're not ready for two players to be here. James starts to make his way over and Kicker holds the line with another, taking them all out of the round now. Jame arriving on the scene, moving through these smokes, wants to lend a helping hand, but Axal's quick on the trigger, and Jame is knocked out as well. What a round!
That's absolutely sick. It looked like Kicker had done enough there. So much damage upon arrival at those B steps. It looked like 150 damage was done with a grenade, and he had everything done, but somehow Axal, ducking and weaving around the bomb site, gets it done, and the final kill was just spectacular. How could he even see Jame there?
I don't think he saw him. The only way is maybe his teammate just called shoot, you know? That has happened, like smokes render differently,
right.
Spectator to client, but I don't know. It looked like he just spammed it. It looked like he just had a read in the moment. He held that smoke for a few seconds and then fired off.
Let's remind ourselves, we enter this round with a saved AK-47 in the hands of Shiro. He goes in towards that A round, finds a double kill, and they make their way back towards B. The round starts to fall apart, but Axal, here he comes. 36 HP. Does he see a damn thing?
I don't see anything there.
Crazy round, though.
Oh,
just what they needed.
Nafany's getting hyped as well. Cloud9, that's a robbery of a round.
Yeah, all off the back of Shiro.
And it almost meant nothing, right? Like 1v2 locked out after Shiro's heroics, but saved by that old reliable rifle. Flit, he's got that spawn smoke. Rushley would be proud.
But you know, this is really good, right? If you think about it, you've had Shiro with a lot of impact in these rounds. Axile now adding a 1v2 to the tally behind this 6 rounds for Cloud9, and Hobbit even mustered up that big 3K round with the Tech-9. Those are the 3 top performers right now for Cloud9, all having some instrumental rounds to piece this one together.
So much was hanging in the balance there as well. Bear in mind, Shiro's economy was broken. He had an AK-47 and Glocks around him. If they hadn't have won that round, he would have been left with nothing going forward. He'd be on the pistol while his teammates had the AK-47s. It would have been a nightmare recovery scenario, but this is massive. They pick up James AWP, and now they're on the front foot. As we'll see, Outsiders fully invested. Pistols, M4's taking heavy damage, and a Shiro through the smoke once again as the defense collapses. We have a 5-on-3. Jame will recover an M4A1S, but he can't justify this open position. Has to peel off, needs to fall back, and there's still plenty of time for Cloud9 to readjust their setup, move back towards B.
Yeah, you wouldn't even blame a save here, like 3 players stacking together and just hoping that, you know, save or we kill all of them all together. But dude, that shot from Shiro, that player behind the smoke was getting spammed, and then he just AWPs him. No way he could see him that time. And Cloud9, again, they hold off. They play patient. 5-on-3, do not want to throw away this chance. As they get ready to walk into A, they haven't really thrown any util, and they might choose not to do so. That deep alley smoke, seeing a lot of teams do that here at the Pro League. No longer the wall behind the site that can let you get spammed, let you get pushed through with a flash. Just a lot more space to be taken. And with a molly behind the boost as well, you know that's clear. Cloud9 get a plant, and Outsiders will save. This is an exciting game, because I think a lot of people would look at this and say, like, oh, you've got 2 teams that have been known to be very passive at times, and play the economy and will go for all the rounds, and we will have all the overtimes, and we probably do get 3 maps out of this. But the individual level of some of these players and the mind games that will appear in a map, especially like Vertigo, between Jame and Nafany, I think are going to be super interesting to witness.
Yeah, it's super sick as well, because this isn't a matchup we have a hell of a lot, right? Yeah. And we even kind of spoke to Nafany a little bit about that, and you know how when we had him on the desk, he was saying, like, yeah, calling against Jame is just always very hard.
Everyone
he said, like,
no one wants to play him.
Yeah, exactly, right?
People have been saying they'd rather play T2, man.
Yeah, Messi said that, I think, right?
This idea, right, that like they just always have something in a round that is going to be threatening because of how they like to play with their money, because they play such a kind of a long game, right? They really are. Playing it like
they bleed you out, right?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Never let go.
Yeah, you know, I remember when we were kind of first looking at like this rise, one of the things that we used to say is, you know, like it was like your heroes will die tired when they face the outsiders, right? And that's kind of what a lot of their games look like, and it's thanks to how, you know, James' brain for the game works. Well, James always keeps something.
James' brain will have to go off this round, Harry. He's only got the single M4 in hand. He's towards middle. I like this spot, though. Can be powerful, debating with the Deagle.
Double
yeah, it's getting a face full of it.
Yeah, well, Jame, he is a hard nut to crack, but if there's any man I trust for the job, it is him.
Here we go. Booster. Oh, Axel with the first blood, though. We will be testing towards middle. This is a key find now. Jame gets it.
Crucial. Can someone go and swoop that gun up quickly? Because right now, they've lost the B side.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Jame, this is like what we're talking about. You know, he gets that kill, and immediately, like, the kind of nature of the round changed. Everyone started moving into mid to go and retrieve that gun. They're still toying with the idea of retaking this. Nafany could ruin everything.
Oh, he
could,
will.
You know, like, they had a whole idea here. They had a whole plan. And, well,
a bit wide.
As I see it, that's the 3rd gun to hold on to. Once again, Jame immediately drops his, goes running to the brand new weapon, and he's probably saying to the rest of the gang, guys, actually very happy with how this one went down. We're getting out with 3 rifles and forcing a good bit of reinvestment for Cloud9.
He's like a dog chasing cars. He knew exactly what to do if he caught it.
There you go.
There you go. There's a bit of a Joker impression there.
Okay.
That was the Joker, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Batman?
What's a Batman?
Yeah.
Henry looks shocked at that one, honestly. I've never tried the impression. Maybe it's not that good.
No, I mean, it sounded good. It sounded great, I thought.
My father was a drinker.
That's actually pretty good. Now I know it.
Same, TBH.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stop there. Yes, and what I am noticing though on this T side, Nafany's going for a lot of these like late lurks. He did that in middle on one of these A hits, and then right there walked up A while they had the B exec. He knows he's going to get a lot of room, and if he can stop saves, that can go so far in actually getting ahead of this game plan of Outsiders, this money madness. These guys are broken right here, holding cough buttons.
Look, we're going to get back into the action now. Round 13. Jame now. Holding towards construction. Slower pace from Cloud9, but starting to make their way up the A ramp. They've actually picked up the half already on the T side of their pick, admittedly, but still an excellent campaign with potentially some more rounds to come. Hobbits and Co trying to make their way up towards scaffolding. The flashbang's coming in, though, will make things problematic. Chiron strikes first. The spam's coming.
He's getting shot through ladder for 2
that.
health.
Wow.
It's 1 damage a hit. Is it even worth it? It will slow you down, though. If you're actually getting
right,
repeat
yeah.
for trade, that's really
No,
cool.
man, what I've always wanted someone to do is to throw that short molly and then couple it with the spam so they're slowed
Honestly,
in the Molotov.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't even know the AK spammed her. Only the Deagle did and the Orb did.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
know the
you know
AK
me,
did.
Hugo. I'm always
Oh, yeah.
I'm always
the map.
trying to push for. There's a lineup there that can find headshot, by the way,
Yeah, the
from
boost.
ladder room.
Yeah, Harry's orbed someone there.
So here we are into the 4-on-4. Chiron, he's jittery, he's uncertain.
They don't know.
And he's all alone over on short. Now they've learnt about him, but they're not going to be able to isolate this fight. Instead, Axile moves up, trying to take space. While this has happened, look at the minimap. Booster is in B, and Shiro is moving around with the bomb. But Booster got to hold the line here as this rotate moves on in. Plant just in time. There was half a second left for it. Smoke spam was enough to win them around on this B site before, but this time collateral through the pipeline from Shiro, and now just 1 man left to beat. The odds flip in a second, and Kicker is saving. He is out of there. Shiro sends them to the Netherrealm.
My God, Shiro stepping up again. I don't think there's a character in the DC universe we can even bring to the proceedings here to describe what just happened. Kicker will have to save.
Yeah, that's a riddle we'll never solve, Henry.
The Riddler could come out. That would be nice. Well,
My God. Magnetic bullet. How does he find the collat? And Outsiders, they're getting crunched right now. I've got to say, you know, I'm never going to count this team out, especially in their current form. I'm not going to expect them to lose a series based on a map or lose a game based on a half. But right now, Cloud9 are countering them very well. And the individuals at Cloud9 are storming. And, you know, we even saw a picture-in-picture a couple of rounds ago of a post-round, and Shiro was being super vocal. And that's something that's been talked about inside of Cloud9. When it's not Nafany, it is Shiro. He's a very vocal player.
well, they said that Shiro gets to go wherever he wants every single round.
good.
He calls his own game, and that's historically how the best AWPers have always operated, right? Like, they get to dictate the pace of the game. They're the quarterback, as it were. They're setting up the plays, and hopefully we'll see him continue to dominate, because it's a very entertaining show when he gets into 5th gear, as you just saw.
What about if Shiro was Catwoman?
I thought that we could do something like that.
By the time you realize he's stolen the round, it's already too late. There you go.
Okay,
like that.
nice. Do you have a
Yeah,
quote
yeah.
to go with that, perhaps?
I don't.
A
But
Catwoman
Hugo does
impression,
have an
maybe?
impression that he's going to bring to the table.
I don't know if I do. Oh, it's his own molly. Nafany, Giga brained on, and they will fire it right back for burning.
They tried to spam. They tried. Buster was trying to spam to slow him in the molly. Go off, Buster King.
I don't know, potentially, but he did look like it was slowed.
Yeah, I mean, Chiron died in the molly, so it wasn't a worthy trade. They were already down a man. However, it has been equalized. Flit, the one hero on this A site consistently for Outsiders, is now trapped in the gap. Hobbit with a bomb, spams through the smoke. Ooh. He's out of ammo. Got to trade guns, and he couldn't grab it either. Needs a reload. Kicker's got a kill, and now they wait. 35. Hobbit will rotate out, but they don't know whether this is a fake or not. If I'm Outsiders, I'm actually doubting this one, and for good reason. Hobbit walks all the way back up ramp, and Flit now has that orb scoped in on gap. 20 seconds, no room for error.
Yeah, he's got to nail this first opportunity. It sails right by Booster. Oh, nice little double. Fame tries to move in and pick up the pieces. And once more, it's Kicker left in one of these clutches. He can't get out of it. No love between him and Booster there.
Are they just shooting? Are they spamming?
Yeah, they defo saw the barrel or a leg. It's a weird peak, honestly, from CT from lower like that. When someone's up on top of default where Booster was, you know, it leaves you right in the firing line. You're visible first. I'm assuming if we have it on the replay.
Look for the spam.
Well, no, so I don't think he actually did spam, but he turned around to spam and started doing it. But Chiron was already dead. Yeah, look, he defo saw a leg.
Yeah.
Just reacted.
Damn, dude. I mean, Cloud9 are just vicious right now. When Booster's coming in with the triple kill like that, the entry and the 2-on-3,
Yeah, man.
2-on-4.
I can't believe he does kicker like that, man. These guys were teammates for the longest time.
The boys. Yeah, part of that core. Alongside, obviously, Kicker, Jame, and Dastan. These guys have been together for 6 years now, but Booster was part of that for at least 5.
Yeah, back then he was Buster.
Yeah, of course.
Rebranded.
That's the bomb. James just got the bomb. He pushed ramp as well with a famous Jame.
Oh, that's more like it.
Damn!
We were waiting for him to wake up.
That's a crazy peak.
We're just getting some feedback now that the Henry G. Heath Ledger impression was spot on.
Oh, I love that, Henry.
Well done, Henry. I'm proud of you.
Another one for Henry.
Give me another
point.
one, Henry.
Yeah, another point on the board.
Don't worry.
It's good, isn't it? Because whenever Hugo does anything good,
Yeah, I
you
may
get the credit.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you do anything horrible, I'm sure I'll get in trouble.
Well, we'll keep track of it as we go through. It's going to be Jame now in the 3-on-2 advantage for outsiders, and Lord knows they need it because this is looking like a half that's fallen apart for them. Chiron might confirm it, and there we have it.
Great work. 10-5 at the half, Cloud9 in full control, but outsiders, you can never count them out, can you?
And if I land and he got the remote, made it this far, it's a miracle, miracle. Anything less is cynical, cynical. Staying true, I can't lie in your interview. Tell the truth while you lie with your interview. And your acting is so hypocritical. In control, nothing more, this is minimum. Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm ghost. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most.
Got the whole team on my back. I ain't worried about no stats. No time to compete with so-and-so. No time to compete with so-and-so. I ain't got a brag when I'm in my bag. No, no, no. Been through a lot, don't know the half. No, no, no. When I'm on drive, never lose control. Hand on the game, never lose control. It ain't my fault that I'm in control. When I'm on drive, never lose control.
On a mission, on the move, gotta go, no, no. Ain't no time to waste my time, we don't slow down. You can have me in dimensions, big dog in dimensions. We be aiming for the fences, I'm in a different dimension. Why y'all be riding the benches? Y'all could just cut through the tension. Graduated from the trenches, no cap and gone. I ain't never need a handout, on my 2 feet, I'ma stand out. I ain't never take a loss now, ain't gon' start now at the top now, and I know. Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm ghost. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most.
Got the whole team on my back. I ain't worried about no stats. No time to compete with so-and-so. No time to compete with so-and-so. I ain't got a brag when I'm in my bag. No, no, no. Been through a lot, don't know the half. No, no. say that I'm such a weirdo. Tattoos from my toes to my earlobes. Was a role model, I never had a hero. I learned how to live through the stereo. Coming from where I come from, the inferior. Everything you see ain't
A very warm welcome to you. Welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 17. You join us on the Mediterranean sunny shores of Malta with myself, Henry G, Harry Russell and Hugo Byron. Gentlemen, we have Cloud9 at 10 rounds, Outsiders at 5. The tension couldn't be higher in the room right now. How do you feel this one has gone so far?
Oh, it's been lights out from Cloud9, right? Great opener there. Good first half under their belts for the Outsiders. We've really been looking at guys like Flit to try and deliver, to try and be that point man. And he's going to have to step up in an even bigger way now. But T-sides has been where the Outsiders have had, you know, kind of a good, their best results on Vertigo. It's the CT sides that have been their big struggle. So let's see if they can work some magic here.
Here we go then. Jeweler leads from Hobbit. Investigating the A ramp. Flit's on the other side and a pounce towards the corner eludes him as it will be Outsiders to find that first frag. Hobbit down and a reposition from the CT. Boost up and he'll be dropped as well.
Yeah, playing right into Outsiders' hands. A patient beginning and Cloud9 feed them 2 kills before all is said and done.
That man, Flit in entries has just been unreal.
Yeah.
This event, he's been so consistent at them, it feels like.
Lovely.
Hello.
Good response from Shiro, but these Doolies are going to have to do a lot more work. Head on a swivel, and he's in with a double. Nafany's helped out, and we're down at the 2v1. Trapped in the site, it's Jame v Nafany. The IGL's looking to clash, but James grabbed the bomb. He wants to play some mind games here, and Nafany's baited out into the open. Now just Axar left to beat. He had no idea where this guy was. Jame is fully in the dark right now.
I just love how Jame played it. Hid for 2 seconds and it immediately made Nafany doubt his position and move into the open. Oh, Jame probably wasn't heard from this range and clearly not. Axel checks his flank. That's the paranoia that Jame puts in your head. 20 seconds, Axel now seems committed, convinced Steven, and Jame is going to have to go for that plant soon. Getting closer. Instant stick, knowing he won't get swung. Axel calls the bluff incorrectly, and now tucked in on default. Jame can't close it. It's Axel to end the day. What a recovery for Cloud9. 2 men dead at the start of the round, and they 3v5 them.
Yeah, as Harry mentioned, Flit doing it again. A double entry towards that A ramp. You'd assume that round's over. But Shiro recovers the Julies, manages to get a couple of frags towards shore. The rotations come through, and they actually have a feasible situation for themselves. Axel delivers on the round, and still, you're absolutely right. The recovery was sensational there. Jame actually played it very well to bring it down to that 1 versus 1. Bomb planted at least will enable them to bring the AK-47s out here. And will that be enough? So far, 1 Galil, 1 AK, Vertigo's otherwise, and we'll get into a very important segment of the game. It's actually pretty equal in terms of firepower and utility.
Yeah, that's what the one plant can do for you. And they can do more with less. Proven before. Nafany spams out Flit somehow. He was peeking from Crane, so stuck behind yellow perhaps. But it is in ladder. There's a Galil for kicker, but he's too far away to get it.
I think there's a bit of weirdness here,
They know
right?
he's in ladder. Well, they knew he was.
Do they now?
They were holding it.
Wrong.
No, they definitely knew.
No, because he was out of ladder, as you said, actually, Hugo.
Well, I said it before, but that's fine. We can quarrel. This is a fight now, Harry. How do you get back into this one, though, Outsiders? 4v5. They have 2 smokes for the exec, but Cloud9 is still not letting go of the site control. Nafany has a smoke to play on short. A bit of spam in response, but he's still got this for the next 15.
Yeah, nice try on the spam there. Makes things uncomfortable for Nafany, but Fame starting to encroach on the bomb side themselves. Maybe joining Nafany. Shiro postures outside the short area as well. We're hitting the 40-second mark. In terms of utility, still have a couple of smokes, Molotovs and HEs.
Great re-smoke.
Yeah, the prioritization of util from Cloud9 in this site hold has been great. They've kept the smoke right till the final 30 seconds, so Outsiders don't really have a choice but to play around this. Oh, they clear out the close man, and they find themselves another Shiro reverse wallbang, but he's losing teammates left and right. Gonna take a huge individual effort here. Axar with a bit of spam, looked dead on, but Jame still very much in this post plant. Entrenched behind default, and Chiro and Axar might have no choice but to get out of here. That is very clean from the outsiders, considering the fact that, you know, Cloud9, it felt like they had them right where they wanted them. They saved a solid, like, 3 smokes till right near the end of that round. They threw one of them over towards B as that timer hit about 35 seconds. They put one in at the crane. They had one down over towards short. The ball was kind of in Cloud9's court, and then outsiders come up through ramp. They nailed that shot on the crane player. That looked like just a pre-fire around the edge of the smoke.
But Cloud9 had the protocol in place. It makes it even more impressive that outsiders won it, right? Because as soon as Cloud9 saw that LE smoke bouncing, they immediately moved both players away from the boost, knowing that with that exit comes the molly on boost. They have to reposition. They force themselves into short, and it's the crane player dead first that causes the round to unravel there for Cloud9, because they suddenly have no ramp control and they're getting split from both sides. So beautiful entry work from Fame and Chiron, who comes up with 2 kills, and outsiders, a must-win force is found in a 4v5 no less.
Well, we're getting to the business end of this first map of the best of 3. We are going to see Cloud9 taking a tactical timeout, allowing them to discuss their options. In terms of finances, things a little bit all over the place with the UMP and saved M4.
That's very scary that they've already used 3 out of 4 timeouts, because you say we're getting to the business end, Henry. I don't know. I think outsiders are just getting started. They've just clocked in at the beginning of the day. This is where the game really begins for a team like the outsiders. And Cloud9 might need those timeouts later. They don't have the luxury.
Yeah, well, they are going to fully invest for now. So this is a crucial segment of the half. We'll see the Julies out for Hobbit, a Scout and UMP combo. MP9 out as well. The only real rifles in the hands of Shiro. It has been enough in previous rounds. And Flair looking to crack things open once again. Gaining territory towards short. Confirming there's no one close range.
Look at all this space he's found. He's recognizing this.
Very early play to make, but it looks perfect.
Oh yeah, Nafany learns about that the hard way.
That's a round.
Yeah, that should just be the end of this one, really. Yeah. Cloud9 are not in a position to move around and attempt to hold this. They took a bit of a gamble there, up and leaving the A side of the map. Flip moved in very, very quickly. I saw that there was smoke over towards short that looked like it had clipped lower than usual. But I don't know if that was a smoke thrown from Cloud9 or outsiders. I didn't catch it. That was the one that Flip moved through. It almost looked...
Maybe it was a fake gap smoke? Or a miss gap smoke?
No, I mean, because there was a gap smoke in as well. I don't know. Yeah, I wish I saw who threw it, because
keep an eye out for next round.
If it was Cloud9, I'm assuming, because it looked like it fell near where either Hampus or Nafany
threw a smoke here on this Xbox.
Yeah, okay, so if he did that, then maybe it was Cloud9 smoke. Regardless, it fell through the map, and if that was the Hampus, that's probably why they don't expect Flit to have gone so deep up short, right? Normally you have to respect that smoke, you have to wait for that one to fade. It essentially just blocks the old Nafany short cross smoke that lets you come up, right? It was invented as a counter to that. It looked like it clipped through the map, so not great, and it let Flit creep all the way in.
And now we get to an even more confusing round for Cloud9, because you've saved Julie's, MP9's, UMP. You've got money to boost things up with utility, but is it worth the risk? You might be sabotaging the remainder of the half there. So yes, indeed, they will just be keeping the money strong, leaving it around $2,000. Just going to try the round again. Nafany doesn't really even invest anything. As Hobbit will be getting a lick of damage there at the start. Investigating middle.
It's an arms race round. Or demolition.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the fun little game modes here for Cloud9, but it won't be too fun playing with this much of a mishmash. Could boost Shiro up if you wanted on short. Is this the smoke carrying?
I mean, yeah, it was there, but lower down and missed.
Well, Shiro first contact against Chiron. Wide on the angle, he's ready to receive. It's going to be an entry meanwhile. Kickett's deep in middle. Even though Flit's getting these kills, Kickett has a lot of space, but he gets dinked by those dualies. Flit doubles up in the meantime, and Kickett is just delaying on this rotation. He won't want to die and give them a gun. With how much space Flit has got, he's still going further. Guy doesn't know when to quit. Flit doesn't need to. 3 headshots. He is looking so clean.
Really...
That spray was in the tiniest diameter.
Yeah, super crisp. So much conviction behind his movement as well. It seems like he knows exactly where the potential threats lie and converts the headshot each and every time. So, Hobbit remaining with the dualies. Did manage to dink kick out, but he slipped the net, unfortunately. And yeah, like I said, a very compromised round there after saving not much. And they get 1 kill from Shiro, but that's about it. So money will be stabilizing going forward, at least. In terms of loss bonus, they'll be making $2,400 into the next round. On top of that 2K, it won't be ideal. They won't be able to afford the AWP, but at least there'll be something there. Rifles across the board and at least the basic utility. Flit, though, another 3 kills in that round.
Yeah, he's just crazy right now, and he was doing it on CT as well. He's the only guy really putting a stop to these A attacks.
He's up to 21 kills and 11 deaths, and the comeback is certainly on now. Cloud9 looked comfortable for a portion of this half, but at this point it's starting to fall apart.
Yeah, something that's kind of wild is that, you know, if outsiders are able to keep this momentum up and pull it back, they're setting this precedent that they only need like a 4-5 round CT side on this map, and they're still in like the position to win the game, right? We saw that matchup. It was back in Katowice where they had a 3-round CT side versus Fnatic, and that went 16-12. Here in the Pro League, they managed to get slightly more than that, and then they kind of won in the Revenge Grudge matchup. So they're really showing that the T side's where they do all the work, and this CT half is just for them to kind of establish how hard they need to go in this second half of play.
Yeah, this feels desperate for Cloud9 when you're in these positions as well. You really desperately want info, you want to kill, you want something, and that's exactly what Jame is banking on right now. Sat back on this boost he's been using a lot. He's using it against Fnatic as well to great success, and looking for the quick ramp pick, but they are re-smoked. Flit has gap, or at least the yellow side of it. Gonna get another molly in just to push that player back. Hobbit has to give it somewhat respect, but he's also got an angle here. He can get that trade as Nafany falls. Oh dear, gap control, but Shiro in hot water now. He's going to drop his smoke, so he has an escape route if they molly. They can wait it. However, he might be able to escape if they do. And they just allow him. They say, fine, you want to go, you go. Give us the ramp. All exec. Oh, I hope that smoke didn't... Oh, did it fall out? That smoke fell out. We saw it just get dropped. It just disappeared through the map. And now they've lost their only smoke to exec. What a disaster.
Oh, that is brutal.
Good luck finding that one, Jay.
Shiro on the line over towards short. They can't get past him. He's knocked out Fame and Chiron. James scopes but misses the shot. Just trying to... Oh, Shiro!
Yes! I love that he went for that. Shiro trying to knife the opposing AWP. And he even gets it done with a USP at the end. That is a wild round.
Dude, I love that from Shiro.
Yeah. That's the vibe Cloud9 are trying to set after outsiders attempt to make a statement and claw this half back. But really, all I'm just thinking about is what would that round have been with a smoke? Probably no different. I mean, Shiro just popped off on short side.
Yeah, he had a couple of quite a few rounds, but now that was a round they really had to win. Entering a 4-4s and a FAMAS, now fully upgraded. The Shiro AWP comes out, and this is where he does his best work. On the CT side, he can really sink his teeth into this one. Holding towards the sandbags for now. As we head to round number 21, it's Jame probing towards middle. An underutilized area of the map. Throw it in every now and then to ruffle the feathers of the CT defense. Boost up on the defensive angle. Waiting for anyone to fully commit. Jame with the bomb in his back. I don't think he oversteps the mark here. He's waiting to see if anyone hunts for information.
Yeah, he'll just trade out places with Kicker.
Has he got a lineup for dropping silent? Oh, I'm sorry. I think he did.
I think he almost certainly did, yeah.
That was definitely a lineup.
Well, it's ruined now. We missed it, so...
Sorry, guys. Catch that later, maybe.
Maybe next round.
Yeah. Oh, they know about the boost.
Hello.
Shiro's been watching the demos. Try and set up on the top, and he'll knock your block off. 2 kills with the AWP. Chiron's picked it up.
You really want to attempt to go in for this peak? Good flash. Gets the AWP off the angle.
Fair
I
enough.
guess he
Nice
does.
flash.
Yeah, that was actually
We'll give you
sick,
that one.
right?
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
And Shiro just rescopes on the angle anyway, so...
All right, well, salvageable, but unlikely they go for it, I would say, given the tendencies of this squad. But they are looking to consider it, potentially.
Yeah, you know, with Chiron and Fame still alive, you have guys who can create space for you. So I don't mind them pulling out a little gimmick like this boost and just seeing if it gets you the kill. And then if it doesn't, you don't have to commit.
For booster.
On top of that, they know that doing damage to Cloud9's money can help them in the long run. Fame with the opener.
15.
One more man in at quad. They've got to clear Axel. They've got to check for him. That molly forces him into a swing, but he nails the shot.
He's hit it
and
out.
he lives to tell the tale. Chiron might not get away with this AWP. Anthony
After
wants
time,
to
he's
try
going
and remove
after.
it. After time,
No.
swings on out.
I think it was before.
Yeah.
Second despair. Yeah, business for Shiro. Business done. Axel found a little pocket to hide out there.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, he knows about the boost. James been doing it all tournament.
Well, what can he say about that one?
Oh, this is so entertaining. The mind games right now, the awareness of what the other team is trying to do, and it feels like outsiders are running out of a bit of steam here at the end of this T side. But that's right when you count them out is when they wake back up, Henry.
Well, they've got more than enough to operate with here. Jame AWP with nothing surrounding him is normally enough, but he's got a couple of rifles and deagles as well. We might be upping the pace here. And starting to take damage early on. They show a little bit of presence towards B to kick the round off. A few grenades, exchanging some sprays, and Fame beneath the B steps, but his teammates are starting to weave their way in back towards that A ramp, and that's going to be Flip, the point man, making his way up, and unfortunately Shiro just one step ahead as usual. Finds another advantage, the smokes are deployed, and that's going to buy them another 15 seconds just to reposition and reconfigure the crossfires.
Shiro's actually taken a bit more of a passive line on this one, hoping that Nafany can be this next point of contact. How long does he want to hang around over here on short? On a bit of a timer, you hear that AWP rattle past you and you're suddenly not interested in playing that angle anymore. Flash up for Chiron. Shiro moves away from the sandbags. He was leaning up towards the top of ramp. Now takes this angle in at the crane. There's 40 seconds left here for the outsiders, and Shiro's just going through the motions, trying to figure out where he wants to be posted. There's aggression coming down the pipeline for Cloud9. In the meantime, they know that this is the A player, and Shiro, right place, right time, nails the shot. Another Shiro going up and over. And Nafany's there to finish the job. That is a beautiful round for Cloud9. And dude, I do love how this game is shaped up. We had Flit dominating in that first half. Shiro was his main counterpart on the other side. And it really is this two titans just clashing versus one another. 27 and 8 for Shiro.
He's been posting a 2.0 ratings this tournament. He's going to do it again on this map.
But the craziest part is how much of this is like well read. Like, he's done his homework. He's not just hitting shots. He's coming in prepared. He knows the protocols. He knows the peaks. He knows exactly where James is going to be, and he is countering him every single round. We often say you don't always get those AWPers head to head. Shiro is forcing it.
He's mugging him off, I would say.
Yeah, truly. And Flit died first last round. If he does again, I have no hope for this one.
This one could get weird on account of him making it past Nafany. But Shiro... Hang on. Because Nafany doesn't know, and Nafany's never going to know.
Oh dear.
And they realize...
He's considering it could have
he's
happened.
not happy about
it. Tagged in the molly!
Wow, that's sweaty. And now he knows he can go because they don't know that he was down the bottom either. But Chiron will be ready.
Well, they only get the MP9 back, so still a massive advantage over C9, of course. This was an all-in round, so looking for map point booster. We'll find it in T-spawn. Yeah. Another man advantage, 4 and 3 as we hit sub 1 minute mark, and has to be the B bomb site. Maybe even a contact play, and Axel has looked pretty sharp so far. You feel like he's going to get at least one. And there it is. Jame will respond with a Molotov for taking so much damage en route. Chiron's just got 10 points of health.
Oh, but look who's already here, Shiro. This is a lights-out game. He even hit the last one. That is crazy.
How did he get that? He was aiming on the wrong side.
This is unbelievable. This is Shiro on another level that we're getting to witness at this event, man. The numbers that he's been posting, the fact that he's trending towards a 2-0 rating is out of this world. And the awareness that he is showcasing. It's so sick to see because, you know, back after this kind of Cloud9 squads rise up, right, during the online era, and then we had like Na'Vi look to bring in an era of their own with like a return to LAN. There was this big issue that it felt like someone had to really rise to the occasion, like really had to push the boat out and be that star, and Shiro is trying to be that man. We're seeing the best look of that we've seen yet right now.
The job's not done yet, though, Harry. The hardest round to find against outsiders is number 16.
Hobbit. He sat in that molly for so long, man. It didn't put it out. The smoke to the edge, and he wasn't willing to move inside of it. And Jame actually went for an opener. He ran up gap and got that kill. He's even knife out into B right now. He is so sure that he has the sight in this 5-on-3, and he is not wrong. Read well, as the bomb can get planted. That might be the save.
Yeah,
They have money. Why not poke your head in?
Right. Give it a little look. Just see if anything takes your fancy. But if it doesn't,
But if
their
it
fancy's
does,
been taken. And that's more to play off of.
Of course.
Jame, good routing. Didn't go too wide, didn't open himself up, and so this will be the save. But yeah, what I was going to say is the other thing that's like super impressive about it being Shiro in particular looking this good is one of the things we often say is that like even some of the best AWPers have a rough time against outsiders. Jame, while not being the most aggressive player, I would argue is very oppressive to what he does to the angles you feel comfortable peeking, right? Because he will just sit back, hold a line, be put up in some like grimy boost to hold the position, and he's very, very good at just kind of forcing your AWPer to be a little more passive as a result, right? They can't take some of the risks they usually can. But Shiro has looked one step ahead of that in the bulk of these rounds.
Yeah, the fact he's only died 8 times after 24 rounds
crazy.
of play.
Because like normally it's Jame you look at.
Yeah.
If you want to look at an AWPer who's going to have like a good few kills, not that many deaths, it's Jame. Shiro is a lot more involved than Jame normally is, and at a fraction of his deaths right now.
What was the quote someone, what are you, maybe it was you, Harry, dropped the other day on a cast? It was about Shiro, like Jame level deaths, simple level impact.
Yeah,
Someone said
that was me.
It really does, yeah, you're smart.
What can I say? I'm a smart guy.
Yeah, it really does feel like we're getting that out of him right now. This might be it, guys. 5v3, nice molly again on the short side. Outsiders are getting crunched. They're running them down. They're here to end the map. Cloud9's pick in their pocket, and we're going to have to head to Mirage.
Yeah, unless, well, it's not going to happen, is it? Nafany with the backstab. And there it is, outsiders with their head in their hands. They've got to try and pick this one up on Mirage. Cloud9 with a very clean Vertigo under their belt, and Shiro shining bright moving into that second map.